Hello guys, I am a duck and I'll be teaching you guys how to do the basics of statistics. This is very easy to understand, so this is probably your first time in stats class, maybe middle school, high school, I don't know. But this is the first thing they're going to show you, right? And they seem kind of scary because you don't know what they're talking about. But after I show you this, you guys will understand and know how to do everything under 2 minutes in Google Sheets and Excel. So let's say I'm talking about duck speed, right? I have 9 ducks that I have their speed 4. So they go very fast. So the first thing we want to know is how to do mean. To start a formula, you press equals, then you put average to find the mean. Then you do parentheses, and then you highlight every single number that you have, and then press enter. Remember to not, include duck speed because it only can calculate numbers. So when you put words in, it's going to give you an error. So an easy way to understand mean is what is the central tendency of your numbers. So basically what I'm saying is that most of your number is around what number, right? That's what it means. So if your teacher walks in class and say, wow, this class sucks, the average of this class is a 70%, right? That doesn't mean everyone got a 70%. It just means that most of the students in your class, without looking at their grade, they score around 70%, maybe 71, 72, 68, 65%. It basically means that your class did really bad on the exam. But if she comes in and say, you guys, your average was 94% as a class, that means that without looking at the grade, you can assume that majority of your classmates got around an A, okay? 95, 96, 94, 93. Just that your class, majority of them did really well, and someone probably did pretty poorly still. But yeah, that's the idea behind it. So for my data, the average speed, like what is central around, is 17 miles per hour basically. Now for median, don't get it mixed up with the mean, okay? Median is basically what is the middle number, straight up. What is the middle number, okay? Not what's around it. What is your middle number of your data? So you put equal, then you put median, parentheses, then you highlight everything again. So the middle number for my data set is straight up 10. That's how simple it is, okay? Now mode, what is the most reoccurring number, okay? So equal, then you put in mode, and then parentheses, highlight everything, and my mode is 3. It basically means what number shows up the most. So you look at my data, 3 shows up the most. It's the only one that occurs twice, and everything only occurs once. So you're wondering, what if I delete one of my 3s, right? Then every number occur only once. Well, you will get an error because for a mode to exist, there must be a number that occur more than any other number that's on your data. So if everything occurs only once, there's no mode. That's just how simple it is. So let's return our 3 to get an actual mode. Now we have our range, right? Range is simple. It just, you put the largest number and you subtract it with the lowest number, okay? There's no formula for this because all you need to do is put enter 50 minus 2, right? My largest number is 50, my smallest number is 2, and then I get 48. Now variance and standard deviation is slightly harder to understand, but it's pretty easy. So let's calculate them first, then I'll explain. So to get variance, you do equal var, so var variance. Then you highlight everything, and then you press enter. 313.94. And to get standard deviation, you put equals STD, STDEV. Then you highlight everything, and then you press enter. Now, to get standard deviation, you can also just do the square root of the variance. You guys will get the same number. Now, variance and standard deviation, the easy way to understand it is how different are your numbers, right? In actual terms, you're supposed to understand it as the variability in your data set. But in simple terms, how different are your numbers from each other, right? You can see that our standard deviation is a really big number because all of our numbers are really different from each other. Because you got like 2 here, then you got 50, you got 5 here, then you got 41. They're not similar or close by, right? They're really different from each other. That's why we have a big standard deviation and our variance is very high, So to get a lower standard deviation, you would need to have the numbers closer together or the same number. So for example, let's say all my ducks, they all travel 5 miles per hour, right? So what does that tell you? You can guess right now, and I'm sure you will get it right. Your standard deviation is 0 because there is no variability between them. They're all the same. They're very close. They're not even close by. They are the exact same number, right? So to get the lower standard deviation, they need to be closer together and maybe the exact same numbers. But if they're really different and further apart from each other, your standard deviation and variance will be very high because there's a high variability between them. And that is the easy way to understand standard deviation and variance. But yeah, that's all to it, guys. I mean, it's very simple. Once you guys get it down, you guys will never have problems with this ever again. If this has helped you guys out, remember to leave that like, do subscribe for more duck content, and share with a friend that may need help with this so you guys can help them out. Send them this quick video and it will solve all their problems. But remember, guys, I am a duck and I am out.